Welcome to the Wildlife Travelers. We are Susan and Andrew from Germany. Join us in the second part of this journey in the promising National Park Gonarezhou in Zimbabwe. Our route takes us today from the Beitbridge Border Post via the A4 towards northeast. In Rutenga we turn right and leave civilization behind us. 160 kilometers of gravel road lie ahead of us until we reach the gate. We have left the small settlement of Boli behind us and hardly see any people anymore. The deserted landscape, the feeling of freedom, simply fascinating. Now it is not far to the Gonarezhou National Park. The original direct access to the park reception via a bridge was washed away by a flood a few years ago, hardly imaginable given the current drought. After 300 kilometers, which took us 5 hours, we finally reach the gate of the Gonarezhou National Park.
Bye.
We are very excited about what adventures await us here. After just a few hundred meters, our first adventure awaits us, crossing the Runde River. How deep is the water? What is the nature of the subsoil? We will make it? Wow, what a feeling! We mastered our first river crossing without any problems. This is adventure. That's why we are here. Now we drive to the park reception to check in for our campsite Chipinda pools. Can there be more freedom?
I know it's been a while since we've kissed, or even since I've seen you.
Good morning, everyone. And what a morning this is. A fresh, fragrant coffee surrounded by nature right on the Runde River. Now we set off to explore the other side of the Runde River. For this we have to cross the river again. Look, there's a waterbuck. Done. At this point of the Runde River, the crossing is no problem for us. We now want to visit the Chivillia Wilderness Campsite. We had read about this, but unfortunately it was no longer available at the time of our appointment. The access to Chivillia Camp is quite challenging and adventurous. Driving to the game drive is a bit difficult here. We now let Tracks for Africa lead us to the viewpoint of the Chivillia Falls. Wow, what an impressive landscape. We are deeply fascinated. After this many impressions, we make our way to our camp, the Chinguli Camp. The Chinguli Camp is also located on the Runde River and is a developed camp, which means it has an abolition block but no electricity. The overlander who meet us here are the first people we see today. The Fishans Causeway was a bit deeper and rougher, but no problem for us. Oh, a few smaller elephants, not far from the camp. There are a lot of people in the camp. It's almost unusual for us. We will set up camp for the night, reflect on the day and the experiences, and enjoy life. Good morning, everyone. What a wonderful sunrise here at Chinguli Camp. Susan discovered some rock hyraxes not far from our campsite. A group of zebras stops by to drink. There's quite a lot going on here in the camp this morning. Now there's an elephant walking through the camp. What a privilege to experience that. We can highly recommend this camp. Right at the beginning of our game drive, a Nyala lowland antelope runs into our lands. The day starts very well. In front of us stands a huge baobab tree. Baobabs also called trees of life. During the rainy season, it stores large amounts of water. Baobabs are very popular with elephants. Baobabs can live up to 3,000 years. The region opposite the Chilojo Cliffs, where we are currently traveling, is very well known for lion sightings. Maybe we will lucky and find some. Fingers crossed. Now we have already found some signs of lions, even if these are not fresh with the vultures. On the right side of the pictures, near the two baobabs, you can see that sharp stones were placed to protect the trees from being eaten by the elephants. At the Chilojo Cliffs picnic site, we take a break and enjoy the wonderful view. Look, there is an elephant. On the other side of the Runde River, an elephant is cooling itself with mud. After this refreshing break, we now make our way to the Chilojo Cliffs, which we just saw from the rest area. It's a wild ride along the gravel road to the viewpoint of the Chilojo Cliffs. Good that we discovered this elephant in the bush in time. Surprises and adventures can wait behind every bush. The Chilojo Cliffs are a truly magical place. See for yourself. After so much magic, we don't want to withhold the secrets of a long drop toilet from you. It certainly won't be a favorite place, but it's much better than expected. Even though If the drive to the viewpoint of the Chilojo Cliffs is quite long and strenuous, we can highly recommend it. We are now driving to the Fishans Campsite, our campsite for this night, and we are very excited to see what awaits us there. Good morning together. Is there anything more beautiful than listening to the sounds of birds in the utter isolation of the African wilderness on an early morning with a fresh, fragrant cup of coffee? Immediately after breakfast, we start a full-day game drive. For this, we have to cross the Runde River again, which still causes us to have an increased pulse. We are very excited about what awaits us today. What a day! Now we are reaching the director's camp, where we'll spend the night. Look, there's a big bull elephant in the middle of the camp. This promises to be an exciting evening. This campsite is also located directly on the Runde River with a wonderful view of the Chilojo Cliffs. There is another elephant roaming through the camp. This is adventure, the way we love it. Today we set off very early to find the lions we heard last night. And indeed, while I was busy with the drone, Susan spotted a lioness in the bush. Today we are heading to camp early. On the one hand, we need to charge and maintain our film equipment. And on the other hand, we want to inaugurate our bush shower, which might be a good idea in this heat. Our camp for this night, the Chitove Campsite, is the most northeastern camp in Gonarezhou National Park that we will visit. Good morning, everyone, and what a fantastic morning this is. It is always an indescribable experience to see the day awaken in the African wilderness far away from any civilization. Today we are driving back to Chipinda campsite, and we are very excited to see what will be encounter and what will await us on the way there.
Elefant, Vorsicht. Gib Gas!
The situation with the elephant was a bit critical. The elephants in Gonarezhou National Park are comparatively aggressive and unpredictable. Special caution is required here. We are now back at the place where we saw the lioness yesterday. Maybe we will see her again, fingers crossed. The wildlife ranger in the background probably wants to show us where the lioness is, but unfortunately we didn't notice this at the time. And once again, we have to cross the Runde River. We are now on our way back to Chipinda camp. We will spend another night there. This tractor is probably used to transport water, perhaps to one of the private tented camps. From the Chitove Campsite in the northeast, we have traveled all the way through the park towards Chipinda Campsite in the far west, which we will soon reach. Diesen für uns letzten Abend im Gonarezhou National Park werden wir genießen und die Seele baumeln lassen. Good morning, everyone. We had a wonderful evening. Now the sun is shining in a cloudless sky. What more could you want? We are now packing our photo equipment and looking forward to the next highlight that awaits us in Polokwane. Since we will be leaving Gonarezhou National Park for this trip, we will drop our garbage at the central garbage station. The Gonarezhou National Park was an unforgettable experience for us. It's one of the top parks we have explored in Southern Africa so far. We will come back, definitely. We now take the opportunity to fill up with diesel in the park, as we have been driving all week without refueling, and have a long journey ahead of us today.
Tschüss.
Servus.
Sagt zum Abschied leise Servus.
I would like to use the last crossing of the Runde River on this trip to give you some information about the Gonarezhou National Park. The name of the park means place of elephants in the local language, and in fact there are currently about 12,000 elephants in the park. The national park was created in 1975 and was closed during the Civil War in Zimbabwe. It has been open again since 1994. It was only in 2006 that a certain tourist infrastructure was created by the state organization Zimbabwe. Since 2016, the Frankfurt Zoological Society has been partner of the park administration and supports them in the further development of the national park.
Bye.
Now we have about 170 kilometers of gravel road ahead of us. before we return to civilization in Rutenga. From Rutenga to our destination today, Polokwane, it is about 350 kilometers. We are excited to see how our journey to South Africa will unfold. After more than 1 week off-road, we reach the asphalt road again and have to increase the tire pressure to 3 bar. It's unusual to be driving on asphalt again and to be immersed in civilization. After a few kilometers, the first toll station appears in front of us, and now we know for sure that we are back in civilization. After another 2 hours on the A4, we are now reaching the Beitbridge Border Post office, and we are very excited to see how the entry into South Africa will work.
Fine, and you?
Thank you.
Very fitted, fine.
Yes.
Yeah,
How was Zimbabwe?
really nice.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Safe travel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Re-entering to South Africa was comparatively easy and took just under 2 hours. We now have about 330 kilometers left until we reach our destination of the day, Polokwane. Since the road network in South Africa is very good, we expect to be able to do this in about 3 hours. It's now 5 p.m. We have reached Polokwane, and it's not far to our destination for the day. We have now arrived at our hosts, Santi and Arthur's elegant guest house. We hope they reserved a nice room for us. Santi and Arthur were charming hosts. We felt very comfortable with them. The last leg of this journey has begun. The return journey to Johannesburg to Bushloore, Gauteng. It's about 350 kilometers. In a few minutes, we will reach Bushloore, return our bush taxi, and later fly back to Germany. We thoroughly enjoyed this trip with its many incredible impressions and adventures. We thank our premium partners of this trip, without whom these pictures would not have been possible. If you enjoyed it, we'd love for you to give us a like. Stay tuned, more projects coming soon.